Yeah. Big homie Ace.
Yeah.
Jane Leon.
You ain't know.
Let's go.
I'm feeling good
I
though.
say, whoa, now. Get about my way, I'm on the road now. Dodging all these potholes won't crash out. You was before us in the past. Now I'm about to act out. Whoa, now. Get about my way, I'm on the road now. Dodging all these potholes won't crash out. Who was before us in the past. Now I'm about to act out.
I'm feeling good now. So who I used to be, it don't matter now. We're getting money, can't you see my swag now? I'm finna act out, and if you didn't believe in me, kiss my ass now. Woke up feeling good about my day, and if you hate, then get up out my way. 2 claps and we stomp the devil away. What we doing? Stomp the devil away. Oh, now working so hard, I'm finna pass out. I know they all wanna see me crash out, spaz out. All that old stuff you talking about, it's in the past now.
Whoa, now. Get about my way, I'm on the road now. Dodging all these potholes won't crash out. Who was before us in the past. Now I'm about to act out. Whoa, now. Get about my way, I'm on the road now. Dodging all these potholes won't crash out. Who was before us in the past.
See, I get the gist of it, man. Whoa, now.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, but if y'all don't know, we back for a 3rd episode tonight. Ain't nobody else doing this. You know, people want to space that shit out. No, I'm getting them cracking. I got all ladies in the building tonight, and we gonna end with one of the hottest ones that's in the city right now, man. You know, no further ado, we got Miss Tiffany Marie in the building. Y'all put your hands together for her.
Hello.
So what's going on with you? What you got popping?
So starting March 11th, I have my tour
Okay.
that kicks off. And my first stop in the tour is Centerville, which
Okay.
is like a part in Illinois, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I ain't too familiar. And then after that, I go to Chicago.
Okay.
So the great thing is, like, I've never traveled outside of St. Louis, so this tour is my first time ever traveling out of St. Louis.
Wait a minute. So you've never, like,
I've
on vacation?
I've never.
How old are you?
28.
All right, good. What the hell you left saying that much?
I've never left outside of here, so this
Okay.
is a first for everything. And
Gotcha.
I hit many cities, so it's actually really exciting that it's actually happening. I didn't expect it to happen though. Like I wasn't even expecting like a tour, but I had so many people book me within the same month, and I was just like, well, I might as well, you know. So
it a tour,
I
make it a
did,
tour.
and I definitely did that. So it's been a struggle. I'm very tired. I'm very exhausted. Because it's just I'm kind of crazy. I'm steady adding people. You know, I'm steady taking dates. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you could book me that day too. Yeah, sure, you could book me that day too. I'm in it. I'm all for it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, I just got another booking today for it's like a dance studios, a grand opening called the Boss Factory.
Okay.
And they wanted me to do a performance for them. I said, oh, that's gonna be dope. So, and they did that today. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take it, even though a week ago I just was saying I ain't doing no more March.
That's dope,
But,
though, to be a touring poet. Like,
Yeah.
Mostly, you know, you see the music and all that stuff, but you're
And I
actually
think that's
touring poet.
impressive.
Yeah.
I think that's impressive. Most people who doing music and or singing or rapping isn't really like, you know, so it feels good to be booked. Like, I went looking for some, but then some came and found me too. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I had to put in a little footwork, but it definitely was worth it.
Okay.
So,
Nothing wrong with it. So let's take it back, like,
Yeah.
you know, because we've crossed, not knowingly crossed paths over the years, because I knew your dad. I knew the Big Shots. Like, back then, when were you doing poetry then?
I think I started doing poetry when I booked you for that very first show that I ever had at the Spot back in 2019.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That
That was
one.
my
Okay.
very first show. That was my very first time ever getting up there and performing or even just putting my craft out there. But I've been writing for years.
Okay.
My mother is a poet.
Okay.
She does spoken word
I've
poetry.
seen her perform. What I seen? It was just recently I seen her perform somewhere. I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, so she does that. So I pick up a lot of what she do, and it's very motivational. So I picked up the same skill, but I've been writing for years. As a kid growing up, being the only child for 12 years by myself. I mean, I have a heap of brothers on my dad's side, but with my mom, I just have a brother who's like 12 years apart from me. So I spent a lot of time by myself, a lot of time, you know, lonely. My mom worked a lot to provide, so I wrote. And at first I was just writing my thoughts and my feelings and how I felt about certain things and, you know, things like that. And then they turned into stories. The deepest part of my imagination. I'm talking about in the back of the head where all the crazy shit come from. That's that's the part where it all comes from. And then when it started to get creative like that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep going on this road, you know? So once I started performing and I seen the crowds and how they react to it, I just kind of kept going with it.
Okay.
Some people that come to my performances do not be liking what I be talking about.
I mean, that's life. It ain't for everybody.
Yeah, but you know what? It's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not up there talking about raunchy, ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not up there shaking ass. You know, so I feel like I'm giving people something that they can relate to, especially the ladies. Especially my ladies. So I definitely do it a lot of the time for my ladies. When I step into a room, I like to see who all in there. So if it's more men, I have a few pieces that the men to mess with. And then if it's more women, then I know exactly what pieces to go in there and perform because I know they going to mess with it.
Gotcha.
You know, because we crazy all together in a cult of crazy females. So when I know that if I'm thinking like this, I know another person thought the same shit.
True,
If
yeah.
not worse.
True, that is true. So at one point I seen you were doing the music too. You were kind of like dabbling. in
I
it?
tried. I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get the beat for shit. Like I felt like I was tone deaf. Like I couldn't like get the beat. I couldn't catch it. I couldn't like understand it. I was trying. I was writing. And I was like, yeah, this shit don't sound like. And I'm one of them people who real honest with myself. If it don't sound good, I'm not even going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even finna embarrass myself like that. I'm not even finna have nobody hyping me up thinking I know what the fuck I'm doing and I don't.
Exactly.
So I stopped. But I want to do it. Not the music aspect, but I definitely want to add, like, music to the background or like an instrumental or something of some sort. Like I don't want to just go in and always be silent. Sometimes I want to perform at my shows and I want to have something worth listening to.
Gotcha.
Like if a person was riding in their car and they just wanted to be on some subtle romantic shit, they can play it, but don't nobody want to hear no silence, you know? Like
true.
people want to hear a little beat or soft or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that, but it's...
Okay, so you plan on dropping like a poetry album?
I do. I actually do. I wanted to do that before the tour came, but this came before that.
Okay.
So it's just gonna happen a little backwards, but it's still gonna happen.
Okay. Are you under management right now?
No.
Okay.
And I need to be. I reached out to a few managers today, actually, because I was going crazy this morning, ready to pull my hair out. Because I have so much going on outside of the craft and what I do. So... and it's kind of taking over what I have going on. So I was like, oh, yeah, we got to get some. And I'm going on tour, and I don't have no cameraman. I don't have no, like, security. I don't have shit. Me.
I mean, it's coming. It's coming.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
coming.
And it definitely is. And what the part I've gotten with today is no one wants to do anything for free.
True.
Nobody's doing shit for free. Nobody's doing, you know what I'm saying? But to pay, and then I done pay for everything. I done pay for my flights. The slots are not cheap. The South by Southwest slot was $375 for one day.
Is that round trip?
No, I'm talking about just to perform on their stage.
Southwest. Okay, yeah.
South by Southwest, the
Yeah.
$375 for one day. I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
Make me feel like the baby. I'm finna go up there in a fucking diaper.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do.
I was gonna go to Southwest, but I was like, I didn't want to go down there and just be walking through the street because that's feel like that shit a waste of time. So.
And you know what? Somebody else said that to me too.
Yeah,
Somebody else
it's
said
so many artists.
Yeah. They said they take y'all money and really don't even really give y'all the opportunity. So I really been thinking about it. Like, damn, did I just waste $375? Cause
Is it refundable?
I don't know. I didn't ask them questions, but you know what? If it's not, then that's just the L I gotta take and the lesson learned, because I didn't know anything about it. I actually seen a flyer on Facebook about it, and I was like, damn, what's that? You know what I'm saying? And then I reached out, and they told me, and just me being happy and wanting to do it, I just went and did it. But I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah. I thought about it. I was like, yeah, but going on that stage and not having an actual sound is hard because the day that I chose to go is the only day I had available, and that was the day they have different people that come and listen and be like judges and things of that sort. And the day that I chose was QC day, so it was QC stage, and I just was like, performing in front of QC poetry, yeah, but without a beat, no. So we gonna work on that. We gonna work on that. So
When is it?
when is what? Oh, March 15th.
Oh shit, that's
the
around
day.
the corner.
Yeah, that's the day that I chose because I can't do the 16th or the 17th because I have shows here, and then I can't do the 19th because I'm a part of a poetry competition in Atlanta, and I need to be there. That's a big winning, and I feel like I could take that home.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay. So, with you being one of the newest, hottest poet in the city, how have like the upper, longevity poets, how have they embraced you? Because I know the poetry community in St. Louis is kind of it's small,
It's tight.
but everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, so the poetry community is very small.
Yeah.
A lot of them know my mom more than me, but when they
Gotcha.
see me, of course, they're going to know who my mom is. We look just alike, you know what I'm saying? And then I try to make it be known that I'm her daughter so that I can kind of get in, like, I want to be on one of your shows. That's my mom, you know what I'm saying? So I try, but I have there's a few of the men and women that really like mess with me have come to the shows. Actually, I met them here at the last R&B and poetry night that we had here. They do poetry and stuff with my mom often, so they can. Just hearing it from them made me feel good.
Gotcha.
Hearing it from Tracy Stanton. Do you know who that is?
Name sounds familiar.
She's a poet, a really, really great poet in St. Louis. I'm talking about like amazing, and to hear it come out of her mouth was absolutely amazing. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear her say like, you did a really good job. You're really great. It made me feel good. Like, damn, she's a real vet to me. She's like someone that I look up to in the poetry world. Like, she's really, really good at what she do. And so it made me feel good to hear her say that. But then there was some who did not fuck with it.
Hey, man, it's live. Yeah, like I say, everybody. I know a couple of. I know Lewis Conflection, 16 Bars.
Oh, I love 16 Bars. My first time ever hearing him was at Fahrenheit for our Poetic Justice Night. And, oh, man, he got up there and started counting with his shit. He was like, 1, 2, some shit. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, oh, wait a minute. He's in here spitting, and I definitely didn't expect to hear it come from him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn. Okay, that's different. It really motivated me to try to do different and talk about different stuff, just hearing them talk about different things. But I'm not a political talker. I can't sit and talk about black power and, racism and, I mean, I can, but it's not something that you know what I'm saying, talk about every day. I can't do it, but I could talk about stuff that I relate to, which is like bad relationships and bad friendships and family shit. And, you know what I'm saying? So I'll talk about that stuff because we all going through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's something that people can honestly relate to. But there are some vets that do not, like women vets too. And you know what?
I really none of my peoples, like, we got woke brand energy and.
Oh, man. I had this. I went to this show that the Playground After Dark is another podcast they had on New Year's Eve. It was an erotic poetry show. I don't do erotic poetry very often. Like, I'll write any kind of poetry you want me to write, and I'll kill it. But it's not something that I would just want to do. So I don't do erotic poetry a lot because I don't like to talk so sexual. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk sexual like that, that's how people approach you. That's how they come at you. That's how they, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't want that. Man, this lady went up there. She performed before me, and she was great. She was amazing. I knew who she was and everything before she even went up there. She was awesome. I get up there and I perform, and her face was of boredom, like. And she's sitting front row, you know what I'm saying? Wow. So I'm able to see literally her whole face, and she just like. So as I'm on the stage and I'm seeing her, I'm hearing everybody else snapping and clapping and stuff like that, and her face is just so bored.
But that don't mean she was bored.
It didn't. But listen, so I'm talking to her now because now I see you, and now I'm giving my craft to you because now I want you to feel me. Man, I got off the stage.
She says,
No, she didn't say shit, actually. Didn't shake my hand, didn't say good job, didn't say shit. I was like, hold the fuck up. What I do to you? I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? But it did make me feel like kind of upset in a way because, damn, you're a vet in the game. Like, I don't even know who you are. I've listened to your pieces many times. Like, you don't have to be like that. And it's okay to let other new poets come in because I'm not the only new poet out. I may be the only new poet that's really, like, moving around and performing everywhere, but I'm not the only new poet out. So it made me feel some type of way like, damn, you a woman in the game, a black woman too. So it made me feel like,
well, probably she just didn't want to give you that the first time, you know.
No.
You know? But you got some vets that are like that. They are hard
they are.
to impress, but even still, when you impress them, they don't want to let you know it up front.
And that's okay. I would rather her have given me like pointers, maybe things to work on, advice, you know what I'm saying, on how to go or where to go about it, or even just saying, you know, good job, but you could work on this, or, you know, I be wanting to hear that stuff from them because they've been in the game for a while. You guys are seasoned.
Do you take criticism well? Okay.
I have to. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you have to be able to take criticism well because don't let nobody soup you up thinking your shit good and it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely take the criticism and I listen. I've had people tell me, switch it up, talk about something different. And I've tried. You know what I'm saying? I've tried talking about something. I've actually wrote different pieces now for the tour to come up because I don't want to be performing the same couple pieces over and over again in these different cities. So I definitely just wrote several new pieces that I have to study and get acquainted with. But
period, bitch, work.
so I've definitely had criticism given about the pieces and the stuff that I talk about. A lot of people ain't messing with it. But it's not for everybody. So I've had to come to realization of that. But I definitely do take criticism quite well.
Okay.
When it comes to pretty much anything.
Okay. Because you be lashing out on Facebook.
I do. I lash out
And I
sometimes.
hit you a couple times like, hey, man, come take that shit down.
I be
man.
lashing out because, like, I be in my head, too. I overthink like crap. And I don't know. Facebook is like an outlet for me. I ain't no friend. I mean,
just for you, shit.
I know for everybody. Like, and people be like, "Why y'all be coming on Facebook telling y'all business and crying and shit?" Like, Facebook is an outlet for a lot of people who really don't have nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I have a friend. Yes, I got a friend, but I'm one of the people who ain't got nobody for real. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody you could just call up and really, you know what I'm saying, vent to. And sometimes Facebook is just there. And I be needing it. And so I get on there. I mean, the status don't stay up very long. I end up deleting it after an hour or so. The live never stay up long. I mean, yeah, it may be a little embarrassing sometimes, but it's my way to release and get it out.
You know, a lot of people's never admitted to what you just admitted. Like, a lot of people wouldn't admit that Facebook is an outlet for them to express themselves. Like you just did, you know.
Yeah.
Some people just would be nonchalant on, oh, well, I didn't know. Facebook is a kind of like the new therapy for a lot of people.
It is.
If you didn't post that on Facebook, I wouldn't know you was at that point.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't know. A lot of people are at breaking points without Facebook, without social media in general, because that's how people put an outlet out. I've seen a lot of people. I used to be very depressed. I went through a part of my life where I've tried to commit suicide various of times. I've been in a psych ward. I've been through the whole, you know what I'm saying, 9 yards of just going through it. So I know what it feels like to be closed in and feel like you don't have nobody that you could talk to without judgment. You know what I'm saying? But I just get on Facebook and I let the shit out. At this point, if you want to judge me, judge your fucking mama. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me, you know. But I definitely, if it's got to get out, it's got to get out. And if it's got to get out some way, this is it. You rather let it out this way versus me taking it out on a person or myself or, you know what I'm saying? So people ain't going to admit that, but I don't give a damn what nobody thinks. So I'm definitely going to say Facebook is an outlet, and if you got to let it out, let it out. Some people ain't no writer. Some people don't write. Some people don't know how to talk. Some people can't talk. Some people don't know how to express themselves. So Facebook is the way to do it.
True.
So
Was one of your outlets your dad at one point?
Yeah. Yeah. I think after my dad died, I started writing more. I think that's when I actually started performing and putting my craft out there. He passed in 2018. 2019 is when I started doing my shows and stuff.
Okay.
So he definitely was a person that I was able to pick the phone up and call and talk to whenever I had things going on. And he smoked too, so I was able to pull up on my dad and smoke with him.
You
and,
sound like you was daddy's
you know
dad.
what I'm saying? And talk to him and shit, you know. But it was a moment in time where we weren't close. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of fell off because my mom moved to a different part of town, and you know what I'm saying? So it was for years that I didn't talk to him. And then one day I went to the damn Subway on West Florissant inside the little plaza. And I see him walking out, and I'm like, this man looks very familiar to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this man? And it's crazy because I couldn't even recognize him myself. It's been years since I've actually seen him and talked to him. So I want to say I was like 18, 19 years old. After high school, I seen him, I bumped into him at the Subway. And we reminisced for a while, and we talked for a while, and then after that, we were back like this. And then it just messed me up when he died, because I didn't go see him. I didn't. He was in the hospital a lot. I went and seen him like 2 or 3 times, but not as much as I should have. I don't do hospitals. Seeing someone like that is like not the best way to see them, and he had leukemia, so after a while he started to not even know who I was, and that was the part that broke me. Like when I came into the hotel room and he wasn't able to just recognize me or even know that I was his daughter, I just was like, I couldn't come back no more. So I stopped, and then when he passed, they sent him home, you know, to be with his family. And then when he passed, that just was that. And then that right there struck a nerve in me when he passed, because then I feel like, oh shit, I ain't got nobody now. You know what I'm saying? And so I started writing more and more and more, and then I wanted to put the word out there. But I don't talk about sad shit. I would never talk about like the sad parts of my life. I will.
Yeah, you gonna do a piece on him? What, him and your mom? What?
Probably not.
Why not? I mean, not even like the bad. Well, I ain't gonna say even. I mean, because, and I say you might just touch on it. I ain't talking about like going to deeply, but it may be somebody that need to hear that piece in a sense that's going through, and they can find a way. Oh, okay.
I believe, you know what, and you're so right about that, because getting off the stage on one of my shows, a lady, it fucked me up. She asked me for my autograph, and I was like, is this real or is she trying to be funny? You know what I'm saying? I thought she was trying to be funny, you know? So she's going through her purse, and she ain't got shit in there, but she pulled out this envelope, and she's like, can you please, I would like your autograph. She was like, I just lost my husband, and your piece really touched me. And she was like, she was telling me now, and I just was like, okay, so I signed the shit out that envelope. I don't even know how many times I signed that fucking envelope, but I signed it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it made me feel good, but I just was like, maybe I should write pieces that people can actually, like, relate to on a sad level. Like, and I don't need the sad level, just on the level of family and reality on that aspect. So I'm definitely going to give it a try. I'm just not an emotional writer.
Yeah.
I be getting too deep into my feelings. At this point, it's going to become a book and not a poem. You know what I'm saying? So,
which, hey, ain't nothing wrong with a book.
there's nothing wrong with the book at all. Someone else asked me about a poetry book, but I don't see myself writing a poetry book. I could write a book. I have a book that I've written. Okay. It's not out. But I'm probably not.
Why not?
Because being a self-publisher is hard, especially when you're not no bestseller. People ain't trying to publish you. You ain't
That's what your social media is for.
Yeah.
Market that shit.
Hey, I'm gonna stick to my poetry, okay? I'm gonna stick to it. I've been going up with my poetry on my fan page, on my TikTok. I don't learn how to use TikTok. I felt like one of them people, you know, when you get older and they be like, damn, these new kids and the new shit they know how to do. I would feel like that. And I'm not even that old. I felt like that when it came to TikTok, because I did not know how to use that shit. Couldn't figure out for my life. But now I'm literally like blowing up off my videos, and it's complete strangers that comment on there, and they love it, and they fuck with it, and they show up to my shows.
That's dope.
And it's so scary a little bit, but it you know what I'm saying, that's how it worked. Like when we came here to the Creative Affairs for the last show we just had, there was a lady that was staring at me the whole damn time. I said, this lady is weird as fuck. Like, why is she staring at me? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't ask or say anything to her, because I didn't want to start shit. But damn, what you staring at? You know? So I sat right in front of her, and she tapped me on my shoulder, and she said, when do you perform? I said, like 9:45, almost 10 o'clock. She's like, she looked at her husband, and she said, I'm going to wait.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
And I was like, oh, she's here for me.
I think I know who you're talking about. Those two that came, they was hella early, too.
Yeah. Because I was like, why is she staring at me like this? Like, why you staring?
You on the new one coming up, ain't you, on the 27th?
I am.
Yeah.
I am on that one. I added it to my tour. That, and then that's a show I have here in St. Louis. I have a show at Harris-Stowe State University coming up on March 16th about the lost black women, lost black kids and women and girls, just lost black people in general. I believe it is about people that's been going missing and, you know, things of that sort. So I actually have to write a piece that I've never touched on the political topic, so this is definitely different, and I have to write a piece for it. And it's at Harris-Stowe. It's a college I went to. And so performing in front of those big-named people at Harris-Stowe, I'm a little nervous.
You got it. You know what would be dope? And, you know, if you do this, you know, that would be a wonderful. You and your mom should write a piece together where y'all go back and forth.
You know what? I told her that. I said we should do it for Mother's Day. We should put a Mother's Day show on.
And
That'd
I
be
bet
awesome.
write a piece that's in a minute form. Do it as a reel, and I bet you it go viral.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope. I'm gonna have to talk to my mom about it. She be out here, so I'm gonna have to talk to her about it. She might do it. I don't know if she know how to use TikTok, but we're gonna figure it out now.
Yeah, man, just do it. Shit, just record that motherfucker.
I told her we should put together a Mother's Day show for Mother's Day and do like a little poetry show so that me and her could share the same stage. The very first time me and my mom shared the same stage was the most craziest moment of my life. And it was just recent. It was the last show that we had. Nope, it was the February 17th show at Fahrenheit. I go in. I walk in. My mom has never been to none of my shows. At first, I didn't think that she even supported my craft, but we do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But she's never, ever came to none of my shows. And if you know me, my mom really aren't on good terms, but we try, you know. So I'm going to Fahrenheit.
Could be out just alike?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could really be. So I'm going to Fahrenheit, and I'm walking, I'm speaking to everybody. It's bad. There's so many people in here, so I'm not even seeing. I go in the bathroom, check myself, make sure I'm okay, come out the bathroom, and the first person's face I see is my mom. And I said, oh, shit. I had an anxiety attack right there. I'm talking about, my best friend like, calm down. I'm like, no, bitch, my mom is here. This is different. You know what I'm saying? This is a different type of show now. You know, because now I have to change up the pieces that I'm performing because now she really got to hear me. You know, I was just going to get him a little something and just call it a day because I don't really be up there long.
You want to make sure she hear you.
Yeah, man. She went up there and she performed too. And it was awesome because I didn't even know she was going to get up there and perform.
Oh, that was dope.
It was an amazing feeling. I was like, oh, yeah, we got to do this more. So I told her we should do a Mother's Day show. It's definitely going to be in the works soon because it's got to happen.
That'd be dope. I think that'd be wonderful. Well, what you got coming up? Like, I mean, I know you touring. You hot right now, and you know, granted, who gives a fuck who think you ain't?
Okay.
But where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
3 to 5 years, honestly, I see my poetry being visuals, like music videos, maybe without the music.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm going with it. I do expect my lingerie brand to be popping more.
Okay.
I did take a
Got
step
me
back.
a few pieces.
I did take a step back from there right now, only because a little situation happened with it where I lost all of my inventory.
Okay.
And so I had took a step back because that shit's expensive to even invest in. But I want that to be a store. I'm trying to open like a Savage Fenty around this joint, you know.
Dope.
And I mean, I don't want to be in St. Louis anymore. I'm hoping that me and my daughter be set up somewhere, and I'm just really hoping my name really be out there. It's really hard to say because I do so much, but I'm really just hoping that all my businesses flourish, all the businesses that I have, and the shit just go big. I mean, I'm on tour now. 3 to 5 years, I want to be on a bigger tour where I'm making more money, and they're actually like I'm making money for this tour, but not as much as you would make if you was. You know what I'm saying? But with me getting management and things like that coming up soon, I feel like the bigger tour is on the way. You know what I'm saying? Where I'll be actually able to pack out arenas and things like that. So in 3 to 5 years, I'm really hoping to be at that level. And I feel like I can. Poetry is not a big scene, but it can be. Because there's a lot of lyrical people who started with poetry, like Common.
Yeah.
Like Wale.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Nas, Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? Lauryn Hill. People like that. And then there's a... Lady London, if you familiar with her, she's on Instagram. She does love it. I love her. Like, she's so inspirational because she could do it with music and she can just be herself and creative with it. With the poetry, even with it. And that's the level that I'm trying to get to.
What she say? He put a heart big he
hearted
put a
up
heart picture and that's my heart. What
yeah, she did. She called with
I
it.
gave him
And
my heart and he
put
put
on a bitch picture. Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
She said I gave him my heart and he put it on a bitch picture. She killed that shit, and I think she did it to like an old Biggie beat or something like that. I forgot what kind of beat it was, but I want to get to that point where I can. I'm just trying to get to that point where I can, you know what I'm saying, do it with a beat and sound good, and it sound like music, but it's not. It's a different form, you know. So I want to get there. That's where I want to be in 3 to 5 years.
You will. I just keep working and keep sticking to your guns, and shit, everything will work itself out. Do you be spitting your poetry to your daughter?
No. You know what, my daughter be listening, she do, and she be, you know how kids repeat what you say. She try to repeat what I say when I'm walking around the house, like just randomly blurting out my poems and stuff, because I do it. I be riding in the car listening to them. My daughter's so funny, she's 3. I turn my poetry on in the car, she say, Mama, change the station. I said, okay, little girl, we gonna wait till you get out the car, because this ain't for you.
Exactly.
But yeah, she be in the car. She'll say words after she hear me say them, but I do not do it to. I don't like say it to her because it's not.
That ain't her thing. She don't understand it.
She don't. She don't even know what I'm talking about. She don't even understand. Yeah.
I got you. Well, I appreciate you for coming through. Let the people know where they can find you at.
So y'all can find me on all social media platforms. Well, I ain't gonna say all, some. You can find me on TikTok at I am Tiffany_Marie. They can find me on Instagram at I am Tiffany_Marie. They can find me on Snapchat at I am Tiff_Marie, and then Facebook at just Tiffany Marie.
Hey, can you have her do like a little snippet of her poetry before you leave?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Sorry, I didn't hear over it.
She said it's in here a little
That's
bit.
that tequila.
Yeah.
That's
She said it's just
a support. I've been supporting.
Both, it's both.
No, like she didn't even touch on like her catering business.
I didn't.
I've been supporting her. I've been supporting her since she's been doing lingerie.
Yeah, I do it
catering,
in all of the
poetry.
big, yeah.
Like I literally, like that's why I literally sat here through her interview.
Yeah.
Because I've literally been supporting her through like motherfuckers wasn't paying her no attention.
Yeah, and they weren't, and now they are, and it's so
Yeah.
crazy to me because I've been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah.
But it's all about timing.
And it is,
It's all
you know what I'm
about
saying?
It's your time.
I seen her drive like she posted one day on Facebook like I just need someone to come help me and like.
And she came. Oh man,
I literally came just because I seen like
she helped me move my whole
how much
house.
She's been like, you know what I mean, carrying herself and been trying. I will help anybody that's trying.
Yeah, she's definitely a good supporter.
And she was straight trying.
She definitely
So,
supported me through my food business, my catering. I did
everything.
cater.
I literally
I
had.
did have my
tried
own
to,
food
whatever
business,
I could.
my lingerie business. All that stuff is on hold right now. The food business is on hold because
But that girl can cook her ass off.
yeah, I want to do something a little bigger with the food. I want to come out with my own sauce line and stuff like that. So I definitely want to be able to do that. And then my lingerie, like I said, I want to be bigger. I want to do a little more. I want to
I'm a
offer
boss bitch
more.
and I'm straight proud of her.
Thank you. And so yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing, but right now it's fully focused on my spoken word and on my poetry. But they definitely can find me on all platforms. YouTube channel coming really soon. Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff is coming very, very soon. Even if it's just acapella audio. So I'm really hoping that they still mess with me when it come to that.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
Well, spit something for us before you get out of
That
here.
shit real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Hit your favorite part of it.
Hit my favorite part.
Yeah, like your favorite poem and the favorite, like I'm gonna say like.
Okay, my favorite
she got 8 bars,
line.
she got top for 8 bars.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
She
yeah.
got
I'm
top for
trying.
16.
I'm trying. It depends. I'm trying to see. Let me see. I don't know. God, this would be hard because it'd be on the spot. Okay. I'm trying to think of a short one. I just wrote a new one. It's an introductory piece when I go out and I perform now. I say, damn, I can't. They call me Tiffany Marie. They say she ain't special. I say, who you talking about? Little old me? I find it kind of funny how you hating on me and I ain't even introduced myself yet. They call me Big Tiff. And I noticed you said who? The one and only with the great gift. And I'm here to show you what I can do. With very little words in the wink of an eye, I could take your man, boo. With the way that I walk and talk, I'm sure I could bag your daddy, too. My words so lethal, I stand on everything I said. No snake shit and no envy. My skin don't shed, but you heard what the fuck I said. I'm not to be played with. When my scales unbalanced, I come to slay shit. I ain't really myself when I'm fucked with, so don't come to me on no fuck shit, cause I'm Big Tiff. I heard you say who again, bitch, I shapeshift. Jack of all trades, there's nothing I can't do. Buy me a pair of shoes just to run circles around you. Double that money by 2, and it's only me. What is it that I can't do? Not the newest Jimmy Choos or those big-ass Balenciaga shoes, but these $39.99s and other news. The way I lace up my shoes, it's a special recipe. The way they move, them special kind of grooves in the bottom of my shoes. Some you bitches ain't used to. That's all I'm gonna give y'all.
Okay, y'all. See, y'all already know that. Check out the social media for the tour dates that she got.
Yes, starting on Saturday. Make sure y'all tune into that.
Yes, so y'all stay tuned. This is Tiffany Marie, one of the hottest boys in the city, that's doing her thing, entrepreneur. You know, hey, y'all stay tuned. And we out this month. This your boy Big Homie Ace with just another episode.
Hey,
just a conversation.
Just a conversation.
That's all we gonna have. I'm just gonna put up with me. Just have a conversation with me. I'm gonna catch y'all later. We out.
Yeah, that was nice. I love that.